Hello, this is George with the Harmony Trading System, and we have a good one for you. We had a decent trade during the session today, about $3,500 worth. And I want to break it down for you and tell you the logic of my entry, the risk, and the conclusion with the profit that we took today. So with that, let's take a look. So what happened here is that 200 NT Rinko turned positive, and we had a bit of a retracement. And I took the first contract to get aggressive with that trade, but I had an actual add-on opportunities at the 91 and also a little bit lower in the 67 area. And I was willing to start small and add into a range and try to build 5 to 10 contracts and look for higher targets. And the idea here is the market, whenever it reverses here, it has a very high probability to go to that captain setup between 340 and 375. That range is typically an area where it gravitates to, the price can gravitate toward. And then ultimately Globex at 393 is a goal. So I took the first contract in, I took the second and third in that range. As the market pulled back, I took those additional entries. I got break even, but I wasn't trying to break even on this trade. I was trying to go to the bottom end of the Globex band. And that area is around 345. And in the room, we talked about that area to be, a decent area for us to start taking a little bit of profit and help pay for that trade. So I accumulated that 3 contracts, and I have additional trades at 265 to 260 upon the market pulling back. I don't think we got that close. We got close to it, but we didn't quite get all the way down there. I can't tell you that the trade was easy. I mean, obviously, there is a little bit of a pull. I think the maximum I took was maybe like 15-point risk on that trade. So I added here again, and that is the open of the current candle, and that pullback. I actually added 2 more contracts in that area. That pullback almost got me to add some more at 63, and then the market stopped and reversed. And that's typically that 70 to 80 was actually another adding opportunity. And in that sell-off, we start getting into the 20s and the 30s, and I start piecing out a little bit at a time. And I was looking for the 45 in that direction. And the market started to pause at target number 2. And I posted that order. Then I took that third one here. So I really actually took a lot out of that trade. Out of 5, I took 4 of them right here. And then I got into a mode of just basically simply, I don't care. I'm going to go break even plus few points. And I have a target that is very aggressive in the 80s to the 90s. And I sat there, and the market really, at this point where they put on a captain setup switch trade, I got concerned in the room. I was like, okay, well, we may need to look for an exit here. But as long as you've made money in the trade and you're going break even, then you just have the emotional patience and the emotional currency to sit in through a lot of these gyrations that the market put on. And ultimately, we clear this area and go for higher prices. And target number 3 at 350 was a target. And also, here we go. I was showing everybody in the room, we're up $600 for that day so far for the day. And here comes a break above that captain setup, a retest of the Globex band, and target number 2 in the sequence is coming up, and we are in the 60s. And here, I think we got very close. Didn't like that pullback because it was a little bit of a significant pullback, but I had my stop, I had my target, and I had my money already made in the trade, so I have the luxury of being patient. And then the market comes up to that 65, 70 and pauses, and I get out. And I get out quickly. And the market literally spends a lot of, so here we go. So we went and made about 3,500 bucks on that trade. We were down about 1,500 and we turned the day around. And ultimately, you know, the lesson here is you have to train yourself. I have to train my own self to constantly looking for scalping opportunities in which I can build my day up. Then I also have to train myself on how to hold on to a winning trade and add to it, and at what prices should I start piecing out. And that's a swing, intraday swing trading techniques and a style of trading that can be very, very lucrative. It comes also with a bit of risk associated with it. But when you catch one in these trades, it really makes your day in a very meaningful way. So I wanted to share that, you know, structure, that trade that we just experienced together. And, you know, remember, precision is a decision, and always trade in harmony. And we will see you on the next one. Have a good one.